Back here again, a lot of wrestling to cover. Saturday night's main event. This is the reaction video for that. And the top story, of course, is Seth Rollins' injury. Where does WWE go? I mean, this is an absolute crap situation. There's no way around it. First off, for Seth Rollins, boy, this was he had an opportunity not to steal from, Cody, but Seth Rollins was QB1 for Monday nights. So to lose at the top of his game, QB1, Seth Rollins, we don't know how long. We know it's going to be significant. We know it's going to be bad. It hurts. Doesn't hurt anybody else more than Seth Rollins, but man, this hurts. It really hurts. And now you think on the Raw side, especially on Raw, you lose Liv Morgan and you lose Seth Rollins. Two people who were instrumental in critical storylines, particularly on Monday nights, and you lose them both within a span of weeks. That hurts. That hurts bad. And I don't know what they do. I don't know. I think an idea that you run, you could do Seth Rollins can come out and hand the Money in the Bank contract to Braun Breaker, and you double down, triple down on Braun Breaker. What's probably the better option is perhaps, even with that intent, probably do an impromptu Money in the Bank ladder match at SummerSlam. It's not often that situations call for this, but I think this is what has to happen. Don't know how that's going to impact the rest of SummerSlam, but I think it's something that this is desperate times. Even if Braun Breaker, he should win that match. But yeah, I think these are desperate times, and man, it sucks. It really does. And we'll talk more about the impact on the main show this week. But man, just sucks. And at that moment, and all the reports that we have seen, Seth Rollins was supposed to beat LA Knight. And when the injury occurred, impromptu change, course change, Seth Rollins calling in the ring for LA to get the win. And kudos for doing business. He did that, and I think it's an opportunity for LA. And even if you don't do a Money in the Bank, let's just say, hey, we got to maintain the integrity of the rest of the card for SummerSlam. Maybe Braun Breaker versus LA Knight for control of that briefcase. That could be another major angle you go with for SummerSlam. But nonetheless, boy, it sucks. And again, we'll talk more about it coming up this week. But you would imagine, even if it's a short term, the best case scenario is not needing surgery, and it's a short term, but it's the same leg, it's the same knee that was surgically repaired before, and last time he was out for a long time. So wish all for the best. Again, just like Adam Cole in AEW with Seth Rollins, just bad luck. It really, really is. Couple things we like, couple things we didn't like about Saturday night's main event. I thought the first hour, the hour that competed against All In, I thought that hour was on fire. Randy Orton, Drew McIntyre, that feud right now is on a sprint, of course, with Jelly Roll and Logan Paul. I talked on the SmackDown Reacts about how impressed I am, and particularly with Logan Paul. But Jelly Roll looks great, and then, of course, Randy Orton and Drew McIntyre, they're at an A-plus level, both of them right now. And they're sprinting towards SummerSlam. Very, very impressive match, very impressive feud for all four involved heading into SummerSlam. We're ready to go. Naomi and Jade Cargill, the brawl, really good stuff. Really good stuff, short and to the point. stakes are high for their match coming up tonight at Evolution. And adding on, hey, Bianca Belair is available. We should use her. Special guest referee. That signals to me, by the way, that Bianca Belair is very close to returning. Maybe SummerSlam she'll be ready to go. If not, then another major angle for her return. Goldberg and Gunther. The only thing let me backtrack. The match itself, Goldberg and Gunther, the hype going into it, really good stuff for a Goldberg match. Went long. Gunther put Goldberg to sleep. Maybe if you nitpick a little bit, maybe if Goldberg was able to get out of the sleeper and then Gunther was able to reapply it. But that's just, it is what it is from that standpoint. But you do, the biggest dislike, of course, I think because we've grown accustomed to Netflix, because we've grown accustomed even to watching on the USA Network or, any of those sorts, this format, the Saturday Night's Main Event format in 2025, it's a great platform to have, but maybe it needs to be adjusted because you have major matches. You got to have commercials. You can't just not have commercials. Then you got to make money. You got to have commercials. But do you say, they only have 4 matches on the card, but because of the commercials, I don't know what they do. An idea I had in mind, cut Saturday Night's Main Event down to 3 matches on the NBC portion of the card, and then do a bonus hour, beforehand at like 7 on, make that Peacock exclusive or USA Network, probably Peacock exclusive, do a pre-show, and that's where your 4th match is there. But I understand not wanting to do the pre-show format, but what Saturday Night's Main Event, it feels like every moment doesn't have an opportunity to breathe. And of course, Goldberg had 30 seconds to wrap up his career. That's impossible for anybody to do before you cut it off. I don't know if WWE posted the full farewell video on social. I know Cody Rhodes actually was on the show after the taping. But it's going to be tough. And right now, John Cena is slated to have his final match on Saturday Night's Main Event. Can you do that with this commercial format? It's going to be tough. It's going to be really tough. All right, that'll do it for the Saturday Night's Main Event. Again, best wishes to Seth Rollins and to Adam Cole over at AEW on their recovery. We're going to get the Great American Bash review at some point, but tonight we're going to do Evolution, hopefully right after the show. So we'll have that for you. And again, videos all brought to you by W Energy. W Energy drink, all natural flavors, no sugar. Got that all taken care of for you. W.GG. Order your drinks there. W.GG. Type in the promo code SHWP10. Get 10% off. All right, see you next time.